One day, many years ago, I was standing in a squat rack, and I had this vision of standing on a skateboard in a bowl. And that's where the idea of, and I wasn't doing it about balance. So anybody that is familiar with Core-Tex, our flagship product, very often it's referred to as a balance device. And we always say you get balance for free because it comes with it. But a big part of what it was about introducing variability to the body. Right?
Yes.
So anytime you're on a surface that provides changes while you're on it.
Unexpected movement.
Unexpected, and it could be purposeful, but we describe it as a pitch and a catch, and sometimes a pitch again, and sometimes a catch again. And basically, there's this interaction that's going on with the environment that you're in, and that adds novelty, differences to how the tissue has to respond, how different problems that the motor system has to solve, right?
Yeah.
So the software is saying, can I handle this? And then, of course, it's not loading the same structures over and over again, which a lot of the linear stuff that we do has a tendency to do. So it's an aspect of training, for understanding the body. And as long as I've been in this, I don't think that everything should be pigeonholed into any one particular direction. And, so the types of people that I work with, which include professional athletes and entertainers and things like that, they see me for a specific reason. They're going to go to their strength coaches and their speed coaches and their physical therapists for the things that they need. But understanding that we could provide an environment that is an adjunct to all that kind of care, all that performance, mobility, whatever it is, that's really been what my goal has been with the product. And then how that relates to getting people to move better is my mission.
Yeah, and that translates so well to real life, especially in the sports performance side of things. But forget the sports performance, just real life. If I'm picking up my kids, I've got one of them and I'm walking, and then all of a sudden the dog runs by. If I arch or I twist, things don't happen in an even barbell 45-45 setting in real life.
Correct.
That's what a lot of times people don't understand when they train in just one plane of motion or they train in just one specific parameter. They don't prepare themselves for the, changes that happen outside of the gym. Outside of the gym, everything's uneven. You'll carry groceries, they weigh this much. You'll carry your kid, they weigh this much. Everything changes. And that's what dragged me so much toward your product. And remind me, so that right there in that picture on this page, your sort of flagship product, if you will, that is called
Core-Tex.
Core-Tex. Okay, so that is the Core-Tex platform. And walk me through it. How is it made? How did you achieve this? I've never seen anything like this.
Well, it's patented, number one, so that's good news.
Yeah, it is good news.
And it's actually really simple. People look at it all the time and say it's so simple. When you take that top off, you'll see 3 ball transfers, and it's like a 3-legged stool. So that underside, that dome shape, is always in contact with the surface. So there's no skipping, no hopping. That's why it's so smooth. People think it's on magnets sometimes when they see it. Yeah. But there's the combination of the tilt, but then it slides, or what we call it translates at the same time, and it rotates unrestricted in 360 degrees. That almost leaves an infinite number of opportunities of directional motions or vectors, as we would say in biomechanics.
Yeah,
that it's capable of.
Look at that, and I haven't seen this video. That's an incredible combination. You got the Blaze pods, some cones, and the Core-Tex.
Yeah, and that's because I've done 10,000 hours on the Core-Tex. So
because you could do that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I was gonna say How difficult is this? I mean, to be able to get up and surf like you just did in that video while hitting the Blaze pods. I mean, how long on average would that take someone to master?
Well, see, that's kind of the paradigm of this. That's kind of where people think it's really hard, and it is when you first get on it. But the learning curve is so quick because you realize there's only so far it can go. So initially, it's like the floor moving underneath you. You're going to panic, right? And everybody's
sure. Yeah.
But then, as soon as you get an idea of, because there's a stopper in there, it's only going to go so far. It's not an infinite motion.
You can't. It's not like a skateboard where you can literally exit the vehicle and crash. Okay, that's good to know. I appreciate that.
There's an inner bumper that limits the overall amount of motion that it's capable of there. So it'll have an end stop point. And that, of course, once you understand sort of what that range is, you start to relax a little bit on it.
Yeah.
So you would probably be in 10 minutes max.
Sure.
Max, you'd be doing it with
being
no
able
hands.
to move around with it with no hands.
Yep.
Yeah.